Physics, the basic physics behind golf. First, I want to talk about kinetic and potential energy. At the bottom of the swing, the kinetic energy will be at its peak, and at the top of the swing, the potential energy will be at its peak. Once we reach the top of the swing, the potential energy cannot get any higher. Once the swing starts down, the potential energy will start decreasing and transferring into kinetic energy, which will cause the club head to accelerate down and through the ball. As you see, the kinetic energy that built up at the bottom of the swing caused the ball to accelerate with huge amounts of velocity. Here you will see Newton's first law work. As you can see, the golf ball is sitting still, and also the club was sitting still until it was acted upon by me. The ball was then struck by the club or an outside force to cause it to accelerate, which is Newton's first law. Newton's first law was clearly in effect there, as we saw the club strike the golf ball and cause it to take off. Let's back this up and look at Newton's second law, which is force equals mass times acceleration. As you saw, the golf ball took off because it was acted upon by the force of the golf club, which is Newton's first law. But here, force equals mass times acceleration. So the club keeps going on its path because its mass is much larger than the mass of the golf ball. So the golf ball takes off while the golf club stays on its path. Now for Newton's third law. Newton's third law states that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when the club goes back and then forward again, striking the ball, the club puts a force on the golf ball, but then the golf ball also puts the same amount of force back on the golf club. But since the golf club's mass is much larger, it won't be affected as much as the golf club, kind of like a bug and a bus. The bug will put the same amount of force that the bus would put on it if they hit each other. But the small mass of the bug won't have a huge effect on the bus, but the bus will have a huge effect on the bug because of its low mass. Well, that pretty much wraps up my video for the golf swing. I hope you enjoyed it.